The message was simple, almost too simple for a company known for launching rockets into space and designing cars that drive themselves. Order by September 30 to qualify for the $7,500 EV tax credit. No fireworks, no cryptic tweets, just urgency. And yet, it stirred a current in the market like lightning crackling through a sky just before a storm. For Tesla, the timing wasn't just about government policy. It was about momentum. About staking a claim in a rapidly evolving automotive Wild West, where traditional gas giants scramble to retrofit their factories with electric dreams, and Silicon Valley startups whisper promises of battery-powered revolutions. And at the center of it all, there stood Elon Musk, Tesla's CEO, part mad scientist, part capitalist messiah, watching the sands of time run thin. This wasn't just a sales pitch. It was a deadline that echoed with opportunity and panic. The countdown begins. By mid-September, the Tesla website was practically glowing red with activity. Models S, 3, X, and Y, all sleek, silent emissaries of the electric age, showed estimated delivery times, financing calculators, and a prominent warning. To receive the full $7,500 federal EV credit, your vehicle must be delivered before September 30, 2025. Across the country, a digital scramble ensued. Customers who had been sitting on the fence, debating colors, trims, and wheel sizes, suddenly clicked "Order Now" with trembling fingers. Tesla stores saw lines reminiscent of Black Friday, not for gadgets, but for green machines. A climate-conscious cash grab, if you will. Even in the Tesla subreddits and forums, chaos bloomed. I was gonna wait till Q4, but now I'm worried I'll miss the credit. Does anyone know if switching to a different color will delay delivery? Why is my VIN still not assigned? I'm stressing out. Tesla, never one to shy away from spectacle, knew exactly what it was doing. Scarcity drives action, deadlines drive demand, and a $7,500 discount? That's not just a deal, that's destiny. The credit that changed the game. The $7,500 tax credit, a centerpiece of the Inflation Reduction Act, was designed to accelerate the adoption of clean energy vehicles. But with new battery sourcing and assembly rules taking effect in October, not all EVs would still qualify. Tesla's models, particularly the Model 3 rear-wheel drive and Model Y, were in a precarious spot. The company made it crystal clear. If you want the full incentive, the clock is ticking. It's a peculiar thing, watching a car company manage policy like a political campaign. And yet, Tesla has always blurred those lines. One part tech firm, one part cult of personality, one part geopolitical chess piece. To some, this was just a temporary adjustment in tax code. To Tesla, it was a moment of truth. The Musk effect. Behind the scenes, Elon Musk remained characteristically enigmatic. No long blog posts, no late-night press conferences, just a few strategic retweets and a subtle nod in a company earnings call. We expect demand to spike as the credit phases out. We're ready. Ready, perhaps, but even Tesla's well-oiled machine showed signs of strain. Delivery timelines became increasingly fluid. Some customers were promised late September delivery, only to find their estimates slipping into October, just past the threshold. Frustration bubbled. Meanwhile, Musk himself continued to juggle his multi-planetary ambitions. One moment tweeting about Starship's next launch, the next posting memes about Cybertruck's unbreakable windows. Yet his shadow loomed large over the urgency. To many buyers, this wasn't just about tax savings. It was a way to align themselves with Musk's vision, a future of autonomy, sustainability, and rebellion against the old order. EVs, economics, and emotion. To the uninitiated, the EV tax credit might seem like a dry piece of fiscal policy. But to buyers starring at a $52,000 Model Y, that credit represented something visceral. A down payment, a vacation, a year's worth of groceries. More than a mere rebate, it was access. It made the dream tangible. And Tesla understood that. Their messaging became sharper, cleaner. No fluff, no gimmicks. Order now, deliver by September 30, get the full credit. The simplicity was almost poetic. Because while the rest of the industry was mired in jargon and fine print, Tesla was speaking the language of action. And action is what Musk sells best. Rivals watch from the sidelines. Ford, Rivian, GM, and Hyundai watched Tesla's surge from the periphery. Some scrambled to reassure customers that their own models would still qualify under the new rules. Others doubled down on domestic battery production to keep credits alive longer term. But Tesla had the advantage of speed, the advantage of spectacle. No one else could mobilize an online army of loyalists quite like Musk. No one else could turn a tax deadline into a cultural moment. The final week. By September 23, Tesla forums resembled Wall Street trading floors. Users posted VIN numbers like stock tickers. Delivery checklists became gospel. Some even considered flying to distant cities to pick up models with earlier estimated delivery dates. Tesla, in response, moved fast, realigning logistics, rerouting cars, opening temporary delivery centers. In Los Angeles, Houston, and Atlanta, weekend deliveries reached record highs. Staff worked overtime. The Tesla app became a digital war room. And through it all, the clock ticked on. September 30, midnight at the supercharger. As the final day dawned, a certain stillness took over. Those who had ordered early exhaled. Those who waited too long lamented. Tesla pushed one last tweet. Last chance to qualify for the full $7,500. Order must be delivered today. Showrooms buzzed. Superchargers filled. It felt less like a car purchase and more like a cultural ritual, a rite of passage into the electric age. And when midnight came, so did the close of a chapter. Beyond the deadline. What remains after September 30? For Tesla, plenty. A bolstered Q3, an energized customer base, a reaffirmation of its dominance in the EV space. But also a warning. Incentives fade, but vision must endure. The tax credit was a spark, but it's the engine of innovation and Musk's relentless, often polarizing charisma that keeps Tesla roaring down the highway of the future. And for buyers, a shiny new vehicle and the pride of having made the cut. The electric frontier rolls on, but the window for one lucky break just slammed shut.